Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Grabe, day 2 pa lang ng Trump administration at ang dami nang nangyari. Ang dami nang inaabangan, ang dami niya nang iniutos, many of which, I must point out, are controversial orders. Pero for this episode, syempre, as always, as usual, ang ating topic is related to immigration. At isa rin yan sa mga big orders ni President Trump. Talaga nga naman, campaign pa lang niya, di ba? Ang isa sa kanyang top promises, mass deportations on day 1. Okay? Well, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo, no? Ang kanyang border czar, yung talagang naatasang mamuno nitong mass deportations na sinasabi, kinumpirma that it has already started today. Day 2, basically, no? January 21st. Okay, baka sabihin ninyo, ano bang pakialam ng Canada dyan, Ina? Bakit biglang US ang pinag-uusapan mo? Well, this issue is something closely monitored by Canadians as well. Una sa lahat, it's a common problem between the two countries, dito rin sa Canada, there is a growing, anti-immigration sentiment. Meron din po mga nananawagan ng mass deportations in Canada. Tapos, of course, related dyan sa issue ng immigration ng mga illegal immigrants is the border. Okay, the border of these two countries. Diyan po nga nagsisitawiran ng mga illegal immigrants. Kaya, again, it's a common issue between the two nations. Another thing, alam mo ito, dahil sa balitang mga mass deportation, alam yun sa aking social media feed on X, naku, ang dami mga Canadian na nagsasabi doon na, ano ba yan? Inaayos nga natin ang sitwasyon ng mga illegal immigrants dito sa Canada. Ngayon, syempre, takot yung mga illegals naman na nasa Amerika, ipapadeport daw sila. Baka magsitawiran naman daw ngayon dito sa Canada. So, mga ganung bagay ba? So, umpisahan ko lang, mamaya papakita ko rin sa inyo yung mga screen grab ng mga komentong yan. But for now, sige, let's see what's going on in the US. As I mentioned, itong border czar ni Donald Trump, ni US President Donald Trump na si Tom Homan, has been interviewed in multiple news outfits in the US, and I must say, pag pinapanood ko, talagang parang napaka-stricto niya, Sige, and he confirmed again na nag-umpisa na ang mass deportation. Hindi naman po yung mismong, paglagay sa eroplano ng mga illegal immigrants na yan at palipad na sila sa kanilang mga pinanggalingan, hindi naman po ganun kabilis yun. Siyempre, if you want to deport somebody, you have to find them first. At yun ang kanyang sinabi. Nasa field na raw ngayon ang mga ICE agents looking for these illegal immigrants in the US. Sige. I will show you this soundbite first, kung saan talagang outright sinabi niya na, oo, nag-umpisa na kami. Teka.
Based on your initial schedule, that today roundups of criminal illegal aliens in the process of deporting them would begin. That seems to have been put on hold for a little while. When can we expect that to happen? Where will it begin?
No, it started.
It started.
ICE teams are out there as of today. We gave them the direction to prioritize public safety threats that we're looking for. So we've been working up the target list. There was some discussion about Chicago because a specific operational plan was released. So we had to look at and reevaluate, does this raise officer safety concerns? And it does. Mm-hmm. But we've addressed that, and teams are all effective today.
So critics were saying, okay, you're going to round up people's abuela, their grandmother, and ship them back to where they emigrated from. Who are the people that you're targeting, at least in this initial phase?
Right out of the gates, public safety threats. Those who are in the country legally that's been convicted or arrested for a serious crime. But let me be clear. It's not only public safety threats that will be arrested, because in sanctuary cities, we're not allowed to get that public safety threat in the jail, which means we got to go to the neighborhood and find him. And when we find him, he may be with others. And unlike the last administration, we're not going to tell ICE officers not to arrest an illegal alien. If they find others, they'll be arrested. So sanctuary cities get exactly what they don't want. More agents in the neighborhood and more collateral arrests.
President Trump's on.
Ayun, naintindihan nyo ba? Nagets nyo? Sabi niya, it has already started. ICE teams are out there as of today. At ang priority nila dito sa first phase ng kanilang ginagawa ay yung mga illegal immigrants na merong serious crime record. Ito, talaga I took notes earlier kasi, arrested for serious crime. Pero kinarify niya, hindi lang yun. Siyempre, kapag daw itong mga ICE agents in-raid, halimbawa, no? Malamang itong mga illegal immigrants na mga criminals na rin, may mga kasamang, hindi malayong ang posibilidad na may mga kasama rin silang kapwa nila illegals, kahit wala pong criminal record, madadamay na rin daw ito. At alam mo, may nabanggit siya tungkol dun sa sanctuary cities. Actually, bagong term lang to sa akin. Sabi ko, ano ba tong sanctuary cities? So apparently, in the US, there are so-called sanctuary cities. Ang ibig sabihin po pala niyan, sila yung medyo protective sa kanilang immigrant population. Sila yung medyo may resistance sa mga ICE agents kapag alam nilang i-raid ang kanilang lugar. So in a way, parang In a way, parang safe haven for immigrants, including illegal immigrants. So sasabi niya kanina ni Mr. Homan, parang may nag-leak daw na listahan ng kanilang mga i-raid na mga lugar. Ang top of the list na lagi ko nababasa nga dyan ay ang Chicago. At ang daming reports ngayon on how the city is preparing. So parang kinukonsider din na sanctuary city yung Chicago. And then some reports, yung mga local officials of Chicago are saying, nako hindi, lalabanan namin yung ICE na yan. Parang poprotektahan namin ang aming mga immigrants. We'll see how that goes, Apparently, in previous administrations, medyo nire-respeto ng enforcement officers yung mga gusto ng mga opisyal sa mga kunikonsiderang sanctuary cities. Pero ngayon, ang utos yata ni US President Trump ay, nako, hindi. Walang patawad ngayon kahit sa mga sanctuary cities. So we'll see how that goes, no? Grabe. Sige, I will share with you another report tungkol naman sa reaction ng ilang mga local officials. Itong may report ang CBC News Canada. Nagpadala sila ng reporter sa may bandang Texas. At merong in-interview dito, a local official, sharing, kumbaga yung takot na nararamdaman ng mga tao dun sa kanila. Sige, hold on.
There's also the political concerns as well, that many of these people coming in from Mexico, even though they might have their paperwork to show that they're allowed into the U.S., they could be targeted and profiled. Take a listen to this lawmaker from California.
There's a lot of fear. There's great concern. People are having to decide whether to go out on the street, whether to go to work. Tomorrow, they've got to face up to whether they should take their children to school, and just genuine concerns that President Trump wants to carry through on his promise to engage in the largest mass removal of immigrants from this country.
O, tignan nyo. Taga-California pa yung lawmaker pala na yun, talking about how some immigrants are now scared to go out to work, scared to bring their children to school dahil dito sa mga balitang to. O, diba? Paano pa kaya dun sa mga lugar tulad ng Chicago na talagang clearly parang identified by the government? But I read the report, sabi, dahil nabalita na, parang nag-leak. Sabi ni Tom Homan din yata na, i-hold muna yung mga plano namin na na-leak. Okay? Dahil nga naman, wala nang element of surprise. Magsisitaguan na nga siguro yung kanilang mga target, yung mga so-called target. At alam nyo ba, itong India, akalain nyo, nag-volunteer pa. Volunteer ba ang tamang word? But anyway, India has expressed willingness to cooperate with the US government in taking back yung mga illegal immigrants na mga Indians. Grabe, no? Meron silang sinasite na 18,000 illegal immigrants, illegal Indian immigrants in the US na willing daw i-repatriate ng Indian government, pauwiin sa kanila. Una sa lahat, 18,000 lang ba kaya talaga ang kanilang illegal immigrants sa US? Pero 'di ba, ganyan ang epekto ng mga orders ni Trump. I think natakot yung India dahil parang may threat din siguro sa kanila na patawan din sila ba ng tariff? Kung hindi sila umayos, kumbaga, kaya ngayon siguro sort of a peace Mr. Trump, President Trump, nag-o-offer ngayon na tulungan silang i-deport basically yung mga illegals na galing sa kanila. 'Di ba? Ito yung report na yan, no? Eto, tignan nyo. Modi's government planning to repatriate 18,000 Indians living in US illegally. O, diba? Mismong India daw palang nag-identify ng 18,000 immigrants living in the US illegally that it intends to repatriate in a bid to ease pressures under Donald, nabubulol na ako, to ease pressures under Donald Trump. O, diba? Sabi daw, this is in order to demonstrate willingness to work closely with the new Trump administration and protect legal immigration visas for Indian citizens. Aba, okay. Pero tignan nyo, mismong article na to rin, ang sabi, 18,000 yung ino-offer ng India na kunin, ano? Ang sabi ng isang research center, there is an estimated 725,000 undocumented Indian immigrants in the US, making them the third largest group after those from Mexico and El Salvador. Grabe. Alam nyo naman, sa Canada, top source of immigrants din ang Indians. I'm not saying top source of illegal immigrants, ha. Pero, ayun, sila ang top source of immigrants dito. At sila din, okay, hindi ako lang to, ha, according to government data here in Canada, galing po sa kanila karamihan ang mga immigrants engaged in fraud. Okay, engaged in abuses in the different immigration pathways in Canada. Kaya nako, nung una ko itong nakitang article na to sa X, at doon ko nakita ang komento ng mga Canadians expressing concerns. Ang sabi nila, nako po, sabi nila baka ngayon mag-isip ang ilan sa mga US na magsilipatan sa Canada. I will show you some of these comments. Nako, ito sabi sabi nito, they are going to flood north. We need to secure our border. Ayan. Sabi nung isa pa, 100%, dagang ko, no? They coming to Canada. Sabi. Ito. Naku, ito. More refugee claimants, sadly. Naku, posible din yan. Magsitawiran, sabihin, naku, inaapi na kami sa Amerika. Kunin nyo kaming refugee. That's not far from happening. Ano pa ba? Naku, ito yata ang pinakagustong comment, Sabi, when Trump asked us to secure the border, it wasn't a threat, it was a warning. Aba, warning pala dahil baka magsilipatan pala sa Canada yung mga illegal immigrants. Ay, nako. Kaya, what do you think? Is this a possibility? But of course, alam naman natin na ang Canada ay kasalukuyan din naghihigpit sa kanilang border bilang pagtugon dito naman sa threat ni Donald Trump to impose 25% tariffs across the board on all Canadian goods, potentially starting February 1. Diba? At alam mo, itong si border czar ng US na si Tom Homan, meron din siyang interview tungkol dyan. Tinanong siya, ano palagay nyo dito sa mga initial efforts ng Canada to secure their border? Teka, itong sagot niya.
My understanding is, and we heard one minister reference it, that you've spoken to two of our federal government's ministers about a border plan that they presented this week. In your view, Mr. Homan, does that plan address the concerns President Trump has about the border with Canada?
I don't know yet. We had a very general conversation on both our countries' concern on cross-border crime, right? And we're certainly concerned about the number of aliens coming across the northern border coming into the United States from special interest countries like India, Pakistan, Turkey, and such. Border numbers on our northern border are up 600% from the previous administration. So we got a lot of issues on the northern border. So we talked about that, and they said they found some money to invest in border security and technology, and that we working together with your border security force and RCMP, but we haven't gotten specifics yet. We agreed to meet in the next few days to talk about specifics, how we're going to make this work. I also committed to them that we're equally concerned about cross-border crime into Canada, and the secure border is going to help both countries. So one of the things I mentioned to them, I think Canada's immigration laws are too lax. It's pretty easy to get into Canada. Not a lot of not a lot of screening is done, not compared to the United States. I'm talking about those who come in just to get to Canada, transit to the United States. I think they need to be screened better before they let them in. Of course, that's up to Canada to change those rules. But I am grateful they're coming to the table to talk about border security, because the northern border is a huge national security risk just because of the types of population that's coming through.
Ayun ano, dalawa lang naman ang main takeaways ko dito. Una sa lahat, hindi niya sinagot. Kumbaga, kung sapat na ba itong mga initial na nakikita nila na ginagawa ng Canada. Is this enough to appease, to satisfy yung gusto makita ni Donald Trump? Sabi niya, I don't know. Basta right now, ang sinasabi niya, uusap na kami at pinipresenta nga yung mga ginagawa na, and there will be more meetings about it. Pero again, yung takeaway number 2 ko naman dyan, he emphasized na ang border security, oo, hinihingi ng US yan para hindi tumawid galing sa Canada pa US yung mga illegal immigrants. Pero makikinabang din ang Canada dyan because there are also illegal crossings from the US to Canada. At ang pinapoint out niya, napakadali kasi din na tumawid nga naman papasok ng Canada. 'Di ba? Tama din naman Hindi naman natin dinideny na baka nga talaga kailangan maghigpit diyan sa border. Okay, not just for the sake of US, hindi lang para hindi mapatawan ng 25% tariffs, but also obviously it should be done as part of the overall effort of Canada to fix its immigration system. Okay? Dahil marami sa mga refugee claims na pinoproblema dito ay yung mga fraudulent refugee claims rather, galing din po yan sa mga land borders. So ayun, ang sabi niya, there's not a lot of screening done, and it's a huge national security risk pertaining to Canada. Anong palagay nyo? Kayo rin ba, minomonitor nyo itong mga kaganapan dyan sa US? Grabe, I definitely every day will watch the news to see how raids are being carried out. It's going to be a long process, I'm sure, diba? Tingnan natin. And we'll see kung tama ang hinala ng ilang mga Canadians, baka rin magsitawiran daw papunta ng Canada. Do you think it's gonna be that easy for now? Hindi ko na lang alam if Canada will allow that to happen at this time when everybody's watching its actions at the border, diba? We'll see. Okay, so as always, please share with me your thoughts, comments, other inputs down there in the comment section. I'll end this here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.